Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you. Like I said in my last video, I know that I said I'm taking a break, and technically I still am, but due to some contractual obligations, I did have to post a couple videos this month, which is fine because I was honestly getting kind of bored, but I can still use the time off after I'm done making these. I was still planning on making these videos, so it wasn't like anything. It's not a big deal. But today we're just going to be doing a good old-fashioned reaction because honestly, I did not have the mental energy to script videos or do any heavy research videos right now, but I am working on some for next month, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're just gonna be doing a reaction with some videos that I had saved before, and we're just gonna talk about it. So, yep. But before we get into anything else today, you and I need to have a little conversation, and we need to talk about taking your vitamins, because taking your vitamins is something that I personally have been very bad at for a very long time, and it's something that I really can't be bad at after having weight loss surgery. I want to thank today's sponsor, Care of, for helping me be on top of my vitamins for the last year or so since I started working with them. If you don't know what Care of is a supplement subscription service that delivers your vitamins and supplements directly to your door and makes it super easy to stick to a consistent routine, which is something that I desperately need in every aspect of my life. After taking a quiz to find out exactly what you need, you will be sent a 30-day supply of all of your vitamins and supplements, and these are personalized for you. And when I say they are personalized for you, I mean they are personalized for you because each day's worth of vitamins comes in a little packet with your name on it. These little packets make it so easy to take these with you as well. I take mine into the office when I go into the office for my full-time job, and it just makes things a lot easier. When I get my Care of vitamins, I get the rhodiola supplement, which supports a healthy response to occasional stress and is an adaptogenic herb, is sourced from Siberia and Russia. I also get cranberry to help support overall urinary tract health. And I also take magnesium, which supports healthy bones and your overall fitness goals. It helps with your rest and your recovery after working out. And magnesium is actually essential for your overall muscle function and is an essential mineral for over 300 reactions in your body. So I always advocate for magnesium. I have been a magnesium girly for a very long time. This is the same pack that I've been getting since I started working with Care of, and I honestly just find it helps a lot. I feel more on top of things with the cranberry supplement, and I also just feel like the rhodiola does help chill me out because I take these in the middle of the day, and it really helps the 3 p.m. scaries for me, to be honest. So I have noticed that. If you want to give Care of a go, which I really recommend, be sure to use the link in my description to go take your quiz to find out what is best for you. And after you take the quiz, you can use my code MEGANANNE, that's MEGANANNE, at checkout for 50% off the subscription items in your first order. So thank you so much to Care of for sponsoring today's video. And as always, thank you so much to you guys for continuing to interact with my content and just like it so that brands like Care of want to keep working with me. Be sure to go check out the link down below and use my code MEGANANNE at checkout if you are interested. And yeah, let's get back into the video. Let me get my earbuds in here. I'm gonna be watching these on my phone just because it's easier right now, but I will dub them in as per usual, so there's nothing to worry about here. The lack of bodily autonomy that fat activism creators and influencers and whoever allow other, specifically women, to have in this community is astonishing to me. If it is purely for aesthetics, who cares? It doesn't affect you personally. And to me, this whole discourse surrounding surrounding these creators choosing to lose weight, and the negative discourse surrounding it in the fat activism space is a lot of projection. And I don't like using that term a whole lot, but it's just, to me, it's just so clear that a lot of it is projection. And because objectively, it has nothing to do with you what other people choose to do with their body. Like, that's just what it is. I think her phrasing is interesting about how they're blaming the fat activist slash body positive community, because like in some ways they do turn around and be like, hey, this was not a healthy space for me to be in. And it was affecting me a lot more than I thought it was. And now I've kind of had a like come to moment and I want to make a change. And I think that is a very valid point to make because I have made it myself. And I never made content in that realm, but like I took in a lot of fat activism content before I decided to have weight loss surgery like 5 years ago. But I do think, and this is just me like hypothesizing here, a lot of the creators that we're seeing go down this path now are now in their late 20s, early 30s. And honestly, my health issues started a lot sooner than that. They started when I was like 20, 21, which I'm honestly really grateful for because I was able to rectify them sooner. But I think now the thing is that a lot of these fat activist creators who are now choosing to lose weight are now entering their, like I said, their late 20s or their early 30s. And specifically for women, they're seeing the adverse effects that carrying the extra weight on your body can have. And so they're making this change. And even if it is also aesthetics, like who cares? Who cares? The lack of bodily autonomy that fat activism creators and influencers and whoever allow other, specifically women, to have in this community is astonishing to me. Like, if it is purely for aesthetics, who cares? Like, it doesn't affect you personally. And to me, this whole discourse surrounding these creators choosing to lose weight, and the negative discourse surrounding it in the fat activism space is a lot of projection. And I don't like using that term a whole lot, but it's just, to me, it's just so clear that a lot of it is projection. And because objectively, like, it has nothing to do with you what other people choose to do with their body. Like, that's just what it is.
This is about people that build entire platforms with the help of plus-size people, of marginalized groups, and then when they change their bodies, it appears that a lot of people have also completely forgotten that just because they are now skinnier, smaller, whatever, that fat person is still them, that those two people are the same person, because then they go and shit on the community that helped them garner their success. It's the same comments. It has nothing to do with someone losing weight. And if anyone was in the body positive, body neutrality, whatever space, you guys would actually know that. And that's what I'm speaking about. And that's what I'm tired about. And it's not just me. There are a ton of people that have been speaking about this and will continue to. And it's a cycle that I have seen happen over and over the last decade plus, but this is actually the worst that I have seen it since I've been in the industry. So no one here is anti-weight loss. We don't need to look in the mirror and face our delusions, because guess what? Fat people probably do that more than a lot of people I know, because we have to face those things every single day, that we are reminded that no one wants to be us, look like us, be anywhere near the proximity of fatness, because I don't know if you knew, it's contagious. So be careful. Don't go around any fat people. You might get it. I have always said that I believe that everyone should do what they want with their body. That's the entire reason I created F Your Beauty Standards, because F it, do what you want, portray yourself how you want, but don't shit on the people that helped you get to where you're at. You can change your mind, that's fine. You can change your lifestyle, you can do whatever, but just don't shit on people while they're doing it. That's all we're asking. That's it. Kiss my fat ass.
All right, so that was a reply to the last video, I believe, and it was someone saying, exactly, people in this thread being like, ugh, they got healthy and now I have to face myself and my decisions, ugh, ridiculous. I don't know what that comment is trying to say, but that's what Tess is responding to here. And this is another big part of this conversation that I don't know if I've touched on yet, but one of the arguments that fat activists have towards people who were in the fat activism, body positivity space now losing weight is like, you built this platform, you made money on this platform, or you made money for yourself, like using your fat body and like talking about those issues, and now you're changing it. And so it's almost like they're saying that you took advantage of that and now you're changing it. I don't think that's the case at all. And I think this is like kind of the catch-22 of being in the fat activism movement, is like, you can make your entire platform, your entire business basically being about talking about being fat, and then if something happens or you just decide you want to change it, you have to go through the mental gymnastics that come with that, because you know that you're going to get backlash, and the backlash that you're going to get is going to be a lot. And I think it's so funny to me that Tess is like, oh, they did this, they did that, and now they're losing weight, and they used us, and now they're losing weight. But I support people doing whatever they want with their body. You know, and I also think the conversation surrounding getting your platform off of being fat and like fat activism and then losing weight, and then talking about your experiences in the fat activism thing, them being like, this is them shitting on us, like they're bashing us as if what people are saying is like untrue, is just really funny to watch to me, because like, everybody who has been in that space and who has even just consumed the content that is put out, let alone the people who have made the content in that space, who have then decided to lose weight. Literally everybody who decides to lose weight after leaving fat acceptance all say the same thing. They say how it perpetuated negativity in their mindset, not only surrounding their weight, but surrounding how they just maneuvered around the world, which I think, again, Tess does a great job of setting an example of that. Whether they know it or not, what they are saying in their content is harmful also, because it makes people who may not have been, particularly like young girls on TikTok, it makes them aware of things they may not have been aware of to begin with, or it might create false issues that now they think they have to deal with, which really aren't as big of an issue as the fat activists say they are. And so it makes their mindset shift so drastically and so negatively towards society that I think it creates like nihilism that doesn't need to be there. And so I've just noticed like a pattern in the people who are now leaving fat acceptance and losing weight, that like they are all saying the same things. They have the same criticisms of this community. And I think they are very valid criticisms. But no, any fat activist will be like, they're just turning their backs on us. They used us to get money and now they're turning their backs on us. Like, I think that's a wild statement, because also like, you can just change your mind. Like, people can just change their mind. And especially because a lot of the creators who are choosing to lose weight are now entering their late 20s, early 30s. You change. I'm 27. I'm turning 28 in September. The amount of stuff I've learned about myself and the amount of things I've changed my mind on in the span of like being 25 to 27, insane. So many things. And so like, people can just change their mind or realize something doesn't work for them anymore and move on. And I don't think anybody has a right to question somebody's ability to do that, unless it is actively harming somebody else or another group of people, which I really don't believe that former fat activist creators losing weight is. Yeah. And so I just think this whole conversation now that like Ozempic and Mounjaro have like entered the chat in the way that they have, and Wegovy and all of those, I think seeing fat activists spiral because former fat activists are kind of like seeing the light and talking about it, is really interesting to watch in real time.
I'm so sorry, but if you post that you're trying to lose weight, like, I'm gonna unfollow you. I've had to unfollow so many fucking people this week Because everyone is like, I'm taking a new medication for weight loss. I'm doing this new thing for weight loss. I'm doing for weight loss. I'm sick of it. You can be fat and healthy the same way you can be thin and unhealthy. So don't hide behind this facade that your weight loss is all for fucking health benefits, because we know that's not true. We know you're losing weight so you can look better, whatever the fuck that means. Maybe you're just ugly, just a thought. But I am so sick of it. I'm so sick of especially you fat bitches currently who have built your fucking platforms on being fucking fat and gained hundreds of thousands, even millions of followers because you've been this body positive queen for people. And now what? You've got the fame, you've got the followers, so you're done. You've got what you wanted, so now you're gonna go turn your back on all these people who have fucking supported you? Get the fuck out of my face.
I think another, and again, this is all very much, I wasn't planning. I had these saved and I forgot that they were all regarding like the same topic. I hadn't looked at them in a while, but I think again, with this conversation, I think people forget that the people that they follow online are real people and have very real lives. And those very real lives can change for a multitude of reasons. And because people's lives change, influencers' lives change. And this is, I think, just us navigating social media as it changes throughout time, right? I think people are learning now, and maybe not wanting to learn in this case, that like sometimes your favorite influencers, like, yeah, they made money, they did stuff saying one thing, but they can change their mind, they can change their views, they can change their life and whatever, and then their content might just not be for you anymore. And that's okay. And you might have to unfollow them. And that's okay, because you can change your mind and unfollow them, and they can change their mind in their personal lives to do something that's better for them, you know? And just saying, oh, just because maybe you're just ugly, wild. I think like I think when fat activists go for looks as a way to put other people down, it just comes off so hypocritical because of what they are trying to do in their own community. It's like, okay, so you're just going to go for looks now. Okay, great. So you don't have an argument. Awesome. You know, and like, oh, maybe you're just ugly. And if somebody does want to lose weight just to like feel better and feel like they look better, like I said, who the fuck cares? Who cares? If somebody wants to feel hot for whatever reason, who cares? And like, could there be stuff to unpack there of like why they think being thinner looks better? Absolutely. And I understand that side of the conversation for sure. But like at the end of the day, who cares? What does it have to do with you? Like, I can't imagine putting this much energy into being angry at somebody that I've formed a parasocial relationship with on the internet. And I understand the vulnerability also of the community, or that's within the community of fat activism and body positivity, because it is body image and stuff like that is a very vulnerable topic, and it is nice to have communities surrounding that. But a lot of the fat activists that I've seen who have gone down the weight loss path are not straying away from the body positivity conversation or the body image conversation. Like, it's just changed for them, how it looks for them. And I think that's okay too. And but I think this video makes a great point in that if someone's talking about something that you don't agree with anymore, that's triggering for you, just unfollow them. That's pretty much it, because I really haven't noticed the numbers going down in fat activism. I've just seen new people pop up. So it's like that community, I think, will always be there. I think with something, and they don't see it this way, but I think with something as sensitive as weight and health and stuff like that, like calling it into question as to if it was like actually their motivation or not to lose weight is wildly it's not your business. Like, it's not their business. And the thing about lifestyle influencers, which I think a lot of fat activist influencers are, is that they're lifestyle influencers. They influence using their life, and their life might change, and they might have to make decisions for their life to better their life, and that's okay. They're not bad people. Yeah.
I've never actually said this to anyone, but I have body dysmorphia.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, Alice.
This says, in case you don't, if you're listening, directly after you ask your thin friend to stop calling themselves fat in front of you, and then they say, oh my God, shut the fuck up, Alice. Like, when they say they have body dysmorphia, like, again, it's just like, you don't know what people are going through, even your friends, you don't know. And like, this conversation surrounding your thin friends calling themselves fat in front of you when you very much are like the fat friend is something that I can relate to a lot, because it was something that bothered me a lot when I was in like high school, and my very, very thin friends would call themselves fat all the time and whatever. It didn't ever bother me enough to the point where I'd like say anything because I think, and especially then, but especially now, I always knew like they're going through their own stuff. Like, we're just, specifically in my instance, like with my girlfriends, like we're all just girls trying to navigate this world that has created such impossible beauty standards for us that like even the thinnest, most conventionally attractive women will always have insecurities and will always feel like there's something wrong with them. And if they think that they look fat, it's probably because they have something in their mind or external factors telling them that they are. And like, that's not fun to deal with, you know? And it's not fun to deal with when you are fat either. But like, having body dysmorphia is so hard and confusing, and like, I have it from weight loss and stuff like that. But for me, it's just like, I don't know what I look like. And that is like, objectively, I do not know what I look like. And not that it matters, but like, it's uncomfortable. Like, it's disorienting. And like, and that's how I look at this, is just like, if a thin person says they have body dysmorphia, it's disorienting, like not knowing what you look like, constantly not being happy with how you look because you don't know what you look like. There's also a lot of other kinds of body dysmorphias that exist. Like, it presents in people differently, but like, just not knowing or having a sense of what you look like is very, very confusing and jarring. And I don't think it's something that should be discounted just because someone's thin. And I think just the concept of asking your friends not to talk about their feelings in front of you is absolutely wild as well, because like, what a shit friend move to make. Like, I can't imagine ever telling one of my girlfriends that they couldn't talk about something that was bothering them to me. Like, I could not be me. Yeah. Anyways, that was this video. It's a little bit shorter, but I hope you're okay with that, because I am still technically on a break. I'm gonna go back into my little hobbit hole and just enjoy my solitude and catch up on work and everything else, while also relaxing. Thank you so much for your continued support of my channel. I talked about this in the last video that I made. But like, I've been getting comments of people saying like, while I'm on my break, they're going back and rewatching my old videos just to like keep supporting my channel. And it means the most to me. Like, I can't, and if you watch I don't care. If you watch the last one, I don't care. I'm going to say it again. I cannot express enough my gratitude for this community. I don't take it for granted. We've built something so cool here, and like, I'm so proud of it. I think it's just been hitting me like how much we have built on this channel, and like, we hit 70,000 subscribers, and it's just so weird. But when I say I'm taking a little bit of time off to take a breather, and like, everybody's so supportive in the comments, and like, it means the most to me, and I can't express enough how much it means to me to have the support of you guys, even when I'm not actively making content. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you to Care Of for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to go check out all of their stuff down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, drink your water, take your meds, and if you need them, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Okay,